What's going on, YouTube? It's yours truly, Mike Falk, back with you for another banger video. We're gonna be talking about the aftermath from the 2024 NFL draft. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk and get straight into it, because plenty of teams have been cooking. So for starters, we all know that Caleb Williams was going to go the first overall pick. The Chicago Bears had that pick. We've all known this for months. There's been a lot of up and down speculation, but we all knew. And we're going to get to the logistics, the main grand scheme of things when it comes to the Bears a little bit later, because they were cooking within these first 10 picks, but they picked up Caleb Williams with their first selection, a generational talent. You know, he's been a very good dynamic quarterback at USC, so it'll be good to see him translated to the next level and really just, have a good relationship with the team, the teammates, and, everything that goes forward. But we'll get into the main logistic points a little bit later. Now, with the second pick, the Washington Commanders selected Jayden Daniels, and I saw somebody the other day say it kind of reminds you of RG3, and yes, I personally like that comparison. He's a dual threat mobile quarterback. He can beat people with his legs. He can beat people with his arm, and he has weapons to work with. They were able to get Austin Ekeler from this year's free agency, and they still have Scary Terry McLaurin at the wide receiver position. So they have weapons to work with. We just got to be a little patient. He's going to be a rookie, but the NFC East is starting to pick up again. The competition is definitely getting tight, but this is a good pick for the Washington Commanders. Now, I have some personal opinions when it comes to the New England Patriots. They had a lot of things going over there in New England, a lot of production issues when it came to Mac Jones and his talent really being showcased and shown. They didn't really have a lot of weapons when you really think about it. In this past season and previous years since Brady has left, they didn't really have a lot of weapons. I personally thought they should have gotten Marvin Harrison Jr., and then you could have traded up to get a quarterback, or you could have waited till next year's draft to draft another quarterback. Because personally, I felt like the problem needed to be worked with as far as talent goes. You work it through the receivers, the other players, because that was the main problem. There wasn't a lot of weapons to really work with. That's what Mac Jones' main issue was. We already know they have Stevenson, at the tight ends, Hunter Henry, Gesicki, but wide receiver, they needed to be a little bit more there. They ultimately decided to draft Drake Maye. Now, this is not a bad idea. I'm not saying that this is bad in any shape or form. Let that be known. I'm not. I'm just saying I would have liked to see Marvin Harrison and then that kind of build upon around him. Drake Maye is still a good selection. You have a quarterback to work with. Now, in my mind, I'm pretty sure they're going to start Jacoby Brissett majority of the year. Let Drake Maye get comfortable. Let him continue to grow. Get feeling out, the NFL routine of how it goes and what he should be doing. Then I envisioned that they'll transition to Drake Maye, give him those starting reps, and let him transpire from there. And it was also good that they picked up Jalen Pope from Washington. They got him a weapon, so it's going to be a lot of patient waiting, because there's a lot of rookie quarterbacks in this league. Now, we've seen some other rookie quarterbacks, things didn't work out and we were patient. So we just got to be a little patient this going around. And with that, transitioning to the number 4 selection goes to the Arizona Cardinals. That they picked up the generational wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr. This is a good, really good pickup for the Cardinals, because they have a weapon for Kyler Murray. He has somebody to throw to on the outside, an elite prospect. Just given that everything that Marvin Harrison Jr. can do, his athletic ability, his route running, his ability to go up and just catch the ball is just superb. So this is gonna go perfect with Kyler Murray. There's nothing else that needs to be said. It's the perfect pick for them. They needed a wide receiver. So continuing, and at number 5, that goes to the Los Angeles Chargers. And as we've known Jim Harbaugh at the University of Michigan, he's going to play that smash mouth, run it down your throat football. So he picked up Big Joe Alt from Notre Dame. This fits what he wants to do, being able to run the ball. And as all of us football people know, if you can't run the ball, it's going to be a long day. So getting you another big physical offensive lineman is really going to help. He's already said, we see offensive linemen as weapons. I'm with Jim on that. Offensive linemen are definitely weapons. So being able to pick up a big offensive lineman who can really pass block and run block is going to be on point. So shout out to the Chargers for this good pick. At number 6, we have the New York Giants. They picked up Malik Nabers. Now, the New York Giants needed another weapon, and they picked up a receiver, and it's going to be crucial given with everything that's kind of going on with the Giants. Darren Waller retired. Saquon is now on the Eagles. So they needed another weapon, and it needs to pan out and work out because we don't know what's really gonna happen with the New York Giants. Now, at number 7, I like this pick as well because we're seeing the big fellas come off the board nice and early. J.C. Latham came off the board and is headed to the Tennessee Titans. Now, I like this pick. I saw a couple of Tennessee Titan fans. They were a little upset, but in all reality, if you really think about it, you need another offensive lineman because you have a young quarterback, and you always got to make sure you protect your asset and make sure he can get the ball out to his weapons. We already know Calvin Ridley from the offseason. This year's free agency. They still have D-Hop. You're going to need some big offensive linemen who can pass block, give Will Levis some time so we can get the ball to him and make some big plays. So this is a good pickup, and I want to see it work out. We want to see it work out. We definitely want to see it work out. At number 8. Now, it's been said numerous times, what are the Falcons doing? Why do they pick up a quarterback? They just picked up Kirk Cousins out of free agency. So why? I'm going to put my faith in Terry. At first, when we first heard about, Michael Penix Jr. getting drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, it's like, whoa, why? You just signed Kirk Cousins to a boatload of other money. So why are you picking up Michael Penix Jr.? And when you really think about it, it's not a terrible idea. The Atlanta Falcons are really banking on the fact that they may not be at the opportunity of being able to draft another quarterback for the future. So getting one now is really what they were banking on. And look at it this way. If something were to happen to Kirk Cousins, you're going to need a quarterback to come back and play. You're going to need a quarterback there. He's coming off an Achilles injury. That's a huge injury as it is. We've seen it. KD's had it. Aaron Rodgers just had it. That's a big, significant injury. And he's getting a little bit older. And I recently saw that there's an opportunity they could opt out in 2026 if things don't work out. Having Michael Penix grow, continue to hone his craft, and really learn from a veteran quarterback could really work out. They got a lot of criticism, but I'm going to rock with it. I'm rocking with Terry Fontenot. I'm rocking with the decision. How about we have a little faith in what they have got going on down in Atlanta? They're playing chess. And we just have to be patient. We got to trust them. As we know, all football slang and stuff, trust the process. Now it's time to get back to the Chicago Bears. They had pick number 9 and picked up Rome Odunze. Now, like I said, we were going to come back to the Chicago Bears. And what they have going on, they have played it right. They have played their cards in the right position. Because this is a game of chess, not checkers. Now, if you look at the whole roster, this is just on paper. Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. Now you're adding Rome Odunze. There are plenty of weapons for Caleb Williams to work with. They have really built up around him so they can continue to prosper and things can be very competitive in the NFC North. It is going to be very, very competitive. And I see why Dan Campbell said later, toward the end of the season, why it's going to be harder to get back because he already saw that it is going to be very challenging and tough in the NFC North. So Chicago Bears, if I had to say they won the draft, they definitely won it, even in the offseason, given that all the weapons they were able to get. So, shout out, hats off to the Chicago Bears. Bears fans, buckle up. It's going to be a season for y'all. And to round up our top 10 picks, we're going to finish it off with the Minnesota Vikings. They selected J.J. McCarthy, national champion from the University of Michigan. I remember back a couple months ago, I told my friend that if J.J. were to be selected early within the draft, I hope he goes to a place where he can sit for a second, learn, get used to everything, adapt. That way, when it's time, he can shine. And I feel like in Minnesota, he can do that. They got Sam Darnold, and I imagine that Sam Darnold will start at the beginning of the season, really get in there, set the tone that this is what we're going to do. And then when it comes time, and just like a previous other quarterback that I just stated, when it comes time, you'll get in there, make it shine, and that way it doesn't damage their career. It doesn't damage their production. I feel like being able to learn a little bit like how Jordan Love has turned out. He was able to learn from Aaron Rodgers, and boom, look at him now, making plenty of noise over the NFC North. So I feel like this is a great spot, great position for JJ McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings. They can be able to grow when it comes to the future of this franchise. They have still have some elite, talented weapons. Jordan Addison, they selected last year, and Jay Jettis is still there. So, patience. I feel like the moral of this draft is just going to be patient. You can't jump the gun so quick and early. Just be patient, feel it out. Don't be quick to judge. You know, I feel like that's basically the moral of the story. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the first top 10 picks. I don't think anyone were pretty much bad. They were questionable. One was questionable. When you really think about it on the back end, it could be worse. It's not bad. You got to see the bigger picture. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the first 10 picks within the draft, how well they'll do, if the team's got it right. This has been yours truly, Mike. I will catch y'all in the next one.